Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. First of all, my apologies for being late. I was having some technical difficulties. Apparently, it was my turn. So my sound was muted on my computer, and so I had to restart it. So again, I apologize for being late. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being patient with me. Can everybody hear me okay? Man, the sound. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the compliments. Lip combo, all of that is linked in the video description. I used a couple things. So yeah, check it out. Okay, we're here to talk about Super Patch. Before I do, let me run my intro or my disclaimer, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have that out of the way. Now, anytime I do a Super Patch or a LifeWave video, it goes a little wild. So prepare yourselves. Lizzie, thank you so much. Member for 11 months. I appreciate you. Dinner live and craft. What a great night. That sounds amazing. First live here. Welcome. So glad that you're here. I feel like I have to take a deep breath just a second and collect myself because I was panicking. I'm like, what's going on? So while I'm panicking and trying to get it together, let's pour I would say a Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar, but I can't seem to find them here in my strawberries and cream. So we're going to go with a vanilla Coke, sugar-free in a glass. And I hope it's extra crispy for you guys today. I hope you have your favorite beverage too. So let's check it out. What do we think? How are we feeling about that? Beautiful. Great pop, great bubbles. I love it. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm a huge vanilla Coke fan anyways. Okay, updates. Let's get this thing started with some updates. Today, I finished my script for the Mel Robbins deep dive. So that's going to be coming next week, and I'm very excited about it. The script is over 20 pages. I did a lot of research. So I hope that you guys love it. That'll be out on Sunday for members. Members always get early release videos, and we do members only live streams and posts and updates and things of that nature. So if you'd like to become a member, click join. We're also going to do an after party. Immediately after this, it'll redirect to the members only after party where things are a little bit less filtered. We're processing what we just watched, which tonight is going to be absolutely bananas, with the pseudoscience and the health claims and the spiritual manipulation all in one video. So if you'd like to become a member, we would love to have you. I get great feedback on my membership, and I'm always thinking about what else I can do for you guys for supporting me. You being here, watching, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing supports the channel as well, and I appreciate that so much. So please don't feel pressure to become a member. Just making sure everybody has the information. And so what is this thing doing? Oh, here we go. All right. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bies. I am a certified personal trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist. I spent 13.5 years in multi-level marketing. So I know how all of this works. Contrary to what the Super Patch people are going to want you to think, I'm very familiar with it. So I hope you have your favorite drink. We're finally getting settled in. And again, I apologize for being late. And just, again, buckle up, because the claims that are going to be coming, the pseudoscience, all of that, it's probably one of the most wild ones I've seen in quite some time. So quick little message to the Super Patch people, because I know you're going to be watching probably the replay. Shout out to replay crew. I know that you're probably already warming up your fingers to type your favorite line. Yeah, the classic, how can you have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried? Well, let me save you some time, some energy. Luna agrees. A Luna sighting so early in the stream? All right, come here. Come here, little baby. Come here, little baby, and come say hi to the people. Come and say hi to the people. Hi, little mama. Brandy, member for 35 months. I've been here for nearly 3 years. Can confirm the membership is where it's at. Thank you so much. Is it because you knew it started kind of crazy? So you knew we needed you? You knew I needed you? New subscriber, welcome. Thank you so much. Enjoyed your discoveries and discussion. I appreciate that. Why are you looking at them like that? Why are you looking at them like that? Huh? All right. So anyways, back to the super patch people. Why am I patting you? Like you were the kids when they were babies. I don't know. A couple things. I don't need to try a product to know that the scientific evidence is lacking to back up your claims. I don't need to jump off of a cliff to know how gravity works. I don't need to drink bleach to know that it's dangerous. And I don't need to slap a sticker on my arm to know the marketing in this video violates every red flag in the entire book. Okay? Trying the product is not scientific evidence. Trying the product is not peer-reviewed research. Trying the product is not a shortcut to bypass critical thinking. And let's also talk about their favorite buzzword, VTT, vibrotactile technology. And it sounds fancy until you realize it's literally raised plastic ridges that they claim can rewire your brain, fix your balance, improve sleep, reduce inflammation, enhance performance, help ADHD, treat anxiety, impact autism symptoms, and even support cognitive decline. I'm not kidding. We're going to see all of this tonight, so consider that your content warning. So basically, their claim is that it's Braille for the brain. I'm also not kidding. And the peer-reviewed research that they reference, most of it is actually, most of it isn't actually about these patches at all. Some of it is internal testing written by the company, and none of it shows the claims that they make in this video. Peer-reviewed research means independent experts publish data and reproducible results, not an MLM writing a PDF and high-fiving themselves. So today we're going to go through them red flag by red flag. We're going to break everything down. I'm going to point out how they are manipulating the audience and how the claims get bigger and scarier as the presentation goes on. I'm laughing because this is absolutely absurd what we're about to see. I'm going to react to the claims, the science-y language, the emotional manipulation, and the recruitment pressure. So let's get into it. We're going to be here a while. And also, I want to give a special thanks to DeeCee for making the thumbnail. But in addition, this was uploaded in 360p, and she converted it to 1080p. So thank you so much, DeeCee. I appreciate you. All right, let's get into it.
Let me get it started. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nina Moore, and I am super duper excited to be here with you all. I am your host and presenter for this evening, but you're going to have you're going to see it live, a live demonstration done for you this evening from with our stability patch, which is the Liberty patch, is the foundational patch that we have here.
I'm trying to figure out the lighting. I'm sorry. I know that's annoying. We're going to go with this.
So welcome you here. And many people know me as the Wellness Queen. But tonight, I'm not just here as your presenter. I am here as one of the visionaries of a movement that's going to shift the way the world thinks about wellness and wealth. And so
let's talk about the red flags we are already seeing, and then I will get to the gifted membership, which thank you so much, Crazy Cat Lady. I appreciate you. Okay, so right off the bat, we have self-appointed authority as the wellness queen, declaring herself a visionary, spiritual hype to, in my opinion, she's doing that to lower people's defense mechanisms. She's using an appeal to emotion bandwagon, or appeal to emotion fallacy, a bandwagon fallacy, and a fake authority fallacy. Now, why do we start with a sermon before hearing what the product even is? Because that's what I feel like she's doing. Why is hype always the appetizer in MLM presentations? because that's what we're seeing here, in my opinion. Also, thank you so much. Welcome to the new member. And anytime, you know what we have to do. I'm bringing the shoulder smolder tonight because I don't have Dr. Pepper. It feels weird to do that, right? Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Again, I appreciate you so much. All right, let's keep going.
I want to thank you all for being here this evening, whether you're a guest or whether you're a brand ambassador or you're just patch curious. If you're patch curious, just go ahead and let us know in the comments that you're just curious to be here. You want to know, what is this hype all about? Well, you're in the right place at the right time. I have spent many, many years, over 17 years now, helping people heal physically, emotionally, and financially. And when I was introduced to these patches right here, this patch technology, I knew that it was not just another product, but it was divine alignment. This is more than...
They all say that. Also, why is she screaming? Ma'am, calm down. It's just me. Why is she screaming?
A patch. I want to say it again. This is more than a patch. This is more than a little sticker. It's a breakthrough. It's a vehicle to help us reach our goal of patching 1 million people around the globe with no drugs, no ingredients, no chemicals, just real results and real people reclaiming their lives.
I'm sorry. Did you say no ingredients? I swallowed funny. My fault. My fault. No chemicals, but there's an adhesive, which is chemicals. The patch is made out of something that is made of chemicals. What do you mean? Okay, hold on. I think she says, I may have paused it too early. Hang on a second.
And I'm going to tell you, I know that it's hard to believe. What do you mean, Nina? No ingredients. What do you mean? How is it possible to have a patch do what you guys are saying it's doing, and it has no ingredients, no chemicals, no side effects, safe for a baby or a senior, safe for expecting and nursing moms? No way. How many of you, I know you're saying, I've never, ever, ever seen it happen before. I was skeptical too.
They all say that. Safe for babies, safe for pregnant people, no ingredients, instant success stories. That is nothing but all red flags. The fallacies that she's using here are a naturalistic fallacy, a false cause fallacy, and begging the question. What product on earth has no chemicals? How do you declare something safe for pregnant women and pregnant people, with 0 clinical trials on pregnant individuals? Does anyone else get nervous when a wellness product is marketed like a magic trick, especially to children and people that are pregnant, nursing mothers, nursing people? That makes me really nervous.
But the one thing I can't deny are the results. And let me tell you something. Duplication isn't built on hype. Duplication is built on undeniable proof. You should take that one to the bank.
Okay. What are we taking to the bank exactly? Your little Pinterest cliche quote that you think is doing something?
Duplication isn't built on hype, because what happens, Chris Courtenay, with hype is hype fades. But see, duplication is built on undeniable results. See,
and you know what those results come from? Scientific evidence, peer-reviewed independent studies. Yeah. Do they have them? No, they don't. Also, we have a new member. Welcome, Riv Nirvana. I think I said that right. Welcome. So glad you are here. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you in the members only after party. I have to tell you guys, because shoulder smolder, careless whisper, if you've been here for a while on my channel, you know how that all evolved thanks to DeeCee. I did shoulders yesterday, and I recorded a Sensi video for Friday, and I haven't had my shoulders out in quite some time. On a shoulder day, it's going to be wild. Anyways, thank you for joining. Welcome, and we'll see you in the after party.
See, we don't make any medical claims on this call, but we've got undeniable results that my mom is not walking with a limp anymore or hunched over, and she's got energy and she can straighten her fingers out. And we've got undeniable proof that we've got children that are picking the medicines, y'all, and that they are writing and coloring and cutting paper and behaving and not hitting themselves or hurting themselves or biting other people. See, we've got undeniable proof that people are able to cross their legs where they weren't able to fold their legs Indian style. We've got undeniable proof that people are actually walking without their canes, and I'm seeing it with my own two eyes.
You know what I'm seeing and with my own two eyes and hearing with my own two ears is you saying we're not going to make medical claims, and then you go on to make medical claims. All of that is a medical claim that you cannot say. Oh my God.
We've got undeniable proof.
This right here.
So wealth and momentum and movements, they aren't built on hype. They're built on undeniable proof.
And Super Patch doesn't have that. So by your definition, this would all be hype. Got it.
I want you to lean in tonight, because what you're about to hear could change everything from how you feel in your body to how you fund your future.
This is totally random, and I'm going to be pausing it a lot. I have a lot to say. I saw a shirt on TikTok the other day, and it said, and tell me if you think this is me, because I will get it, and I will have it on my live streams if you guys think this sounds like me, because I kind of think it does. It said something like, I'm real laid back, but I can lean forward real quick. Because she said, I'm going to need you guys to lean forward or lean in today. I don't know. It just made me think of that. So let me know. Do you think I should get the shirt?
I'm going to say that one more time. What you hear tonight could literally change how you feel in your body and how you fund your future. And if you're someone who's been praying for purpose, provision, or even a plan, this just might be your answer. Now, here's the thing. I'm telling you right now that you've seen things before, but I'm talking about something that's so revolutionary right now that it's disrupting the wellness industry. Let me talk about Super Patch. And I'm going to welcome you all. If you're a guest, so glad that you're here. Open up your ears, open up your mind, and I'm going to let you know right now, I'm not rushing through this presentation because we've got a lot of information to share with you. I am here, along with the rest of the brand ambassadors that are here, to build something generational that will transform the world, because anything else is a waste of time. That's from our CEO, JD. That's what we're going to say, because I always butcher his last name. Now, let me explain how Super Patch is even in existence. Jay's mother was diagnosed with MS. And when she was diagnosed with MS, the doctors gave her 2 years to live. Well, Jay said, not so. It won't happen on my watch. And he was a good son. He was more than a good son. He took $25 million of his own money and put it into research to study the body's response to the brain and how the brain controls the body. And so unlike supplements, and I am a supplement girl, but let me tell you.
Shocker. Shocker. A supplement girl. I feel like people in MLM say that so that they can justify the supplement that they're trying to sell people. I feel like I've heard Courtney Shortney say some version of that, and I'm like, yeah, you take beef organs. I've seen what I needed to see. This is so wild. Imagine using this story to make it sound like this is a legitimate thing to treat MS, amongst all the other things that she's already saying. Wow.
You how I've always had to keep adding supplements, changing supplements, adding more, doing more, because what happens with supplements is that after a while, just like with medication, our bodies get immune to them. So they no longer feel like they're working. So
I also find it really odd that she's comparing supplements to medication. Medication has scientific evidence. There's studies, peer-reviewed, independent research that show that not the products, but the medication does what they claim it should do. That doesn't happen in supplements because supplements are mostly unregulated. So putting those two together, I don't know if she's doing that to make it sound like, oh, Super Patch is considered a supplement, and so it's as legitimate as these, meaning medication. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that.
In order for us to get the kind of results that I just talked to you about with undeniable proof, guess what we had to do? We had to have a product that was different than the normal, average, everyday, ordinary product. We're talking about disruptive technology. You know, when the iPhone came on the scene, y'all.
Not the iPhone example. What's next? The Amazon example? Amazon started in the garage. If you're thinking that Super Patch is going to be like Amazon or Apple, you are delusional.
It disrupted technology. You know why? Because when the BlackBerry, when all of those things, guess what we used to have? We used to have rotary phones. Then we went from rotary phones to push button phones. And then we even had a bag phone before we had these convenient little computers in our hands. Disruptive technology has always changed the world, and it always will. Why? Because we're here to show you that we're solving the biggest problem. And when you can solve the biggest problems that the world is facing today, guess what happens, Chris? We create big opportunities. And opportunities of a lifetime, they don't always come around. And when they do, you've got to seize the opportunity in the season of its lifetime. Y'all, I almost missed this because, Chris, I was closed. I was closed and I was skeptical. Had it not been for the Holy Ghost using my husband to say, you might want to take a look at that video again, we would not be on this call right now.
Not the spiritual manipulation. That to me sounds like, and I don't know anything about her past as far as if she was in another MLM. She said at the beginning of this, she had been helping people heal for 17 years. I would imagine she means she's been in MLM for 17 years. So this to me sounds like she was possibly in another company and that her husband was like, you should take another look at this. You should really take another look at this. And she's trying to present this like it was the Holy Ghost that told her, you know, through her husband, hey, you should watch this again. Jesus flipped tables in the temple. I highly doubt in 2026 that Jesus and God would be okay with MLM reps grifting and taking advantage of people's pain points and selling them something without any kind of scientific legitimacy. Highly doubt that.
Because I was closed. Y'all hear me? I was closed and I was skeptical while I was watching my business fall apart around me.
Did you hear that? She was watching her business fall apart around her. That could be because I'm not sure what her history is. But I'm wondering, I guess I should say it that way. I'm wondering if that business was another MLM company that her check and her team and everything was in a steady decline of some sort. And so she was like, something's got to change. And then all of a sudden, this opportunity popped up, because that's what it sounds like to me. I could be wrong, though. Maybe she had a legitimate business. And when I say legitimate business, I don't mean, I mean something that's not MLM, because you're a contracted worker for the companies as somebody in an MLM. So that's why I'm differentiating those two.
Closed and I was skeptical. Well, really big global wellness problems. Here's just a few of them. High stress. But I want you to, take note of the biggest circle on the page. The biggest circle, let's point it out. Poor sleep. 6 billion people are experiencing poor sleep, insomnia, or they're waking up through the night. If you wear your Apple Watch at night, or if you wear a tracker or a device, it'll let you know whether you're actually sleeping through the night or not. Well, what if you just could earn a percentage of income off of the 6 billion people who have a poor sleep issue?
This is so gross. I don't even know if that 6 million is accurate. It could be. She didn't cite a source, so I'm not sure where she's pulling that from. But to get on the internet and say, listen, if you could just get a small percentage of that, of people that are suffering from not sleeping, amongst all these other things that she's mentioning that you can see here, high stress, aches and pains, poor mobility. There's no source on here, so I have no idea where she's pulling this from. Calorie control, 2 billion people, mood issues, 1.6 or 1.8 billion people. These are all very, very real problems for a lot of people, but to present it in this way, like if you could just make a commission off of a small percentage of that, you would be rich. Now, she didn't say it that way, but that's what she's saying here. She's justifying selling people a product like it's the solution to their problem, and it's absolutely not a solution to their problem because there's no scientific evidence, no peer-reviewed, independent scientific evidence through studies to show that these products do what they're claiming. So when you think about it that way, I just think it's really disgusting that they're like, hey, this will solve these problems and we're going to get rich. Oh, God.
Not to mention all of those other things that you see there on the page. All right. Well, those big problems,
Here's another
these
one.
are the current wellness solutions to.
These are the current wellness solutions. Drugs. Okay. I think maybe medications would have been better said here. Supplements, therapy, caffeine, holistic and natural products, diet change, exercise, lifestyle change, surgery, over-the-counter products. Are you, I know she's not trying to say that the super patch is a better solution for the previous slide problems, the problems on the previous slide. And I know that she is not trying to say that these are terrible solutions for people to feel better, for wellness solutions, if you will. I'm afraid that's what she's doing, but we're going to riot.
All of those big problems: drugs, lifestyle change, supplements, caffeine, therapy, diet change, over-the-counter products, surgery, exercise, you name it. You literally got to starve yourself to death sometimes, right? And
no. Oh my God, no. What do you mean? What do you mean you literally have to starve yourself sometimes? Absolutely not. Not on this channel. We don't. We make sure we eat. We make sure we're fueling our body for exercise and living and getting through our day. What do you mean?
And how many people are like me, sick of having to carry a bunch of stuff, especially on vacation, where you got to grab your shakes and grab your potions and grab your lotions and grab all of those things? I don't know about you all, but I'm sick of it.
Well, I mean, you could just eat food on vacation. You could leave the potions and lotions alone, and you could eat real food while on vacation. Aside from like medication, that's important. Please don't just stop taking your medication, everybody. I know y'all know that. This is, I was going to say wild, but I'm also thinking interesting and not in the way that she probably wants it to be, but
Let's really face it, y'all. The industry of marketing, network marketing, e-commerce sales, social selling right now is a race to the bottom.
I mean, a race to the bottom. Interesting.
Why is that, Nina? Why is that? Well, I'm glad you asked me. Well, I'm a sell a coffee. You'll sell a coffee. I'm a sell a pro.
Oh, okay. So she's trying to make it seem like Super Patch is so different. Okay.
Protein shake. You're going to sell a protein shake. I'm a sell a collagen. You're going to sell a collagen. I'm a sell a tea. You're going to sell a tea. Well, guess what? Nobody has our patches. See, because although there are other patches on the market, there's not one patch on the market that has no ingredients. So
you can't even make this up. Guys, there's no patches on the market that have no ingredients. You heard it here first. I can't. Oh my God. Also, LifeWave says, hey girl, what's up?
Oh, what are some of the challenges and the risks that come with today's answers to the current solutions or the wellness problems that the world is facing? Well, here's some of the risks.
Challenge and risk with current solutions. unproven product efficacy. That's odd that that's the first one that I'm reading, considering that is my whole argument when it comes to super patch. Hard to use, safety. So why would you put it on this red background? Regulatory compliance. Well, they don't have to do that necessarily with it being a supplement, right? The commitment required, high cost, contraindications, lifestyle change, resistance, side effects. Does this say overdosage? Oh my God. I can't read what that one on the bottom right says. I don't know. This is wild.
Commitment, the commitment, high cost, contraindications, side effects. They're hard to use, overdosage, or you're having to use them a lot to make them work. What really should also be one of the side effects that should be listed from the current wellness solutions is allergies. You see, because I've got a lot of clients who have been allergic to some of the ingredients.
What kind of clients? What kind of clients are we talking about?
In many of my supplements, so they weren't able to take them. But I want you to see the current solutions. These are the solutions. But here's what people really want. And how do we know, Marguerite, that this is what people really want?
I love that she's saying people's name on the video. This is somebody that's been in multi-level marketing for a long time. Nina, that's not a compliment. Okay, I mean that disrespectfully with my entire chest. You know what you're doing here, and it's foul. People love hearing their name called on these MLM Zooms. They're like, oh my God, she said my name. It's weird. I don't like where this is going. I don't like these slides. Yeah.
Because our CEO actually did a survey, and he asked real people, if you could have it the way you want it, what would it be? Well, number one, they want it tested. They wanted the products to be non-invasive, 100% drug-free, with no contraindications, meaning they won't contra or interact or wrongly interact with my medicines.
Well, of course it's not going to interact with the medicine. There's nothing in the patch. Just like LifeWave. There's no ingredients, just the ingredients for the adhesive and the actual patch itself that's made of some kind of ingredients.
No diet change. They wanted something that was affordable. They wanted something side effect free. They wanted something safe.
Have it your way. Burger King wants their slogan back. Why does it make me think of Bon Qui from Saturday Night Live? What is it? Welcome to Good Burger, Good Burger? Welcome to King Burger, where you can have it your way, but don't get crazy. Oh my God.
For children and adults. They wanted something easy to use. How many of you that are listening to me right now want something with no lifestyle change?
First of all, there's nothing wrong with making small lifestyle changes. I find it really odd that she's like, how many of you want to better your health without making lifestyle changes? Well, at some point, some things do have to give. For example, if you have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, you're going to have to make some changes to your diet. You're going to have to make changes to your physical exercise routine, your activity. You're going to have to make some of these changes. At some point, you may have to be put on medication to get these things under control. Sometimes lifestyle changes contribute to saving somebody's life, whereas a patch is not going to do that. This is really dangerous territory that she's getting into.
Just let me see. Let me see some flames if you want something with no lifestyle change. And if everybody don't put a flame on here, I know we telling the tale. Because we want a change. We don't want to have to change to get a change.
Oh my God.
Would you agree with me that in order for us to have all of those things on the last slide, it would take a new approach? Yes or yes?
Yes or yes? No. 3 months down and many more to go. Thank you so much, Kat. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, it was Mad TV. That's what it was. Mad TV. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mary. I thought it was Saturday Night Live, but yeah, Mad TV. That was wild.
It would take a breakthrough idea. Yes or
Could
yes?
be.
William, we certainly can't get what we want with the old way of doing things. Would you agree, sir?
No, I don't agree with that, considering I work with clients every single day that are making the lifestyle changes to better their health. So, no.
Sir, yes or yes? Right, Lori? There's no way that we're going to get the results that we want doing things the way we once did them. We needed a breakthrough because any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable. And I know, I'm telling you, when I talk to people about what we're seeing with these patches, it's literally like magic. All right,
magic.
so we're going to introduce you.
Magical thinking, eh? Okay.
To Super Patch. That's literally FDA registered.
Did you hear that? That doesn't mean FDA approved for the Super Patch people. I know some of you might think that that's what that means. That is not what that means. FDA registered means that you have gone to the website and you've filled out the paperwork and you've registered with the FDA. It's very different from being FDA approved. I just feel like we need to talk about that for a second because it doesn't mean that the product is effective. That's not what that means. So just want to clarify that.
Also, this is trademarked. These patches are trademarked.
Anything can be trademarked.
So people can't just go and try to copy these patches. All right, 100% drug-free, and everybody's results are different.
Wow, imagine that. Everybody's results are different. Now, why do you think that might be? You know. Let me know in the comments. Why do you think everybody's results are going to be different using the same product?
Some people and most people will feel immediate results, meaning within a few minutes, 15, 20, 30 minutes, right? There are some people that will feel them in the same day. There are some people that will need a little more time. And I promise you that we're going to ask Dr. Bramwell to come onto the line to explain why there are some people that may need a little more time. But what I'm going to do is, because I would 100% butcher this if I try to tell you what is Super Patch, because there are words like tactile stuff, right? And I'm going to jack that up. But I'm going to show you that you don't have to be the expert.
I mean, that's fair. I mess up a lot of words. We all do. It's part of being human. But if you're going to be selling a product that is based very loosely, if you will, on that technology, you probably should be able to explain it.
That you could play a 5-minute video that will explain the BTT technology. It will explain how and why the patches work, and you don't have to do the heavy lifting. Are you all ready? I want you to pay attention to this 5-minute video, and then we're going to come right back, and you're going to see a very alive stability demonstration done for you. Now, I don't know if this is copyright free. So if you're catching the replay, this section might be muted. FYI. I'm such a buzzkill.
On average, it covers about 21 square feet.
Why is this guy yelling? Why are we yelling?
Bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight and contains 11 miles of blood vessels.
What is he talking about?
I'm talking about the biggest
skin.
organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Super Patch.
What is this posture, sir? What are we doing? Who is this? John Brankus. Is this, I don't know who this is.
Company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate your body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or
What is this? What are we doing? I'm pausing this intentionally in the middle of this video to break it up a little bit, so it's not just playing their video for 5 minutes. Why are we getting a biology lesson? Yeah. Also, what's this basic biology lesson for? Yeah. I had no idea I could do that. Or I could do that. No, our nerves feel those things. Thank you. This is peak 2003 Animal Planet human versus animal type stuff. Indeed. If this video stolen from first grade classroom, this is to deflect from the zero ingredients. Got it. Got it. Okay.
something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happening. They're called ion channels, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Super Patch Company. This elegant and
looks like a fingerprint. Did he just say this super patch? I'm sorry. Did he just say this is elegant? Tell me you're reaching for adjectives without telling me. This elegant, this groundbreaking, elegant. Okay.
effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals.
In which peer-reviewed science journals? Which ones?
And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain.
Let's actually talk about something different just really quickly. Because see, if this were me, if this were my company, and there were actual legitimate peer-reviewed studies showing that these products were effective for the claims that they make, I would lead. I say this all the time. I would lead with those studies. I would have that plastered everywhere. I would say, here's the studies, read them for yourself. Here's the peer-reviewed journals. Here's this, here's that. I would have everything out in the open because I wouldn't need to say anything else. The science would prove. They're not doing that. Notice there's no sources in this. Notice they're like, oh yeah, you know, it's in these peer-reviewed journals proving that blah, blah, blah. Which journals? Why do they not cite them? Why is there such secrecy around these studies? Well, probably because a lot of them are internal reviews, PDFs. I've already talked about their studies in depth in the video that I've linked in the video description on the Super Patch Company. They got real pissed when I did that video. I still get comments to this day, which is why I addressed it at the beginning. Oh, well, I don't need to try them. How can you have an opinion if you haven't tried them? Because there's no scientific evidence that shows that these products do that. So anyways, if you want an in-depth review on their studies, you can check that video out. It is linked in the video description. All right, let's hear what they have to say about pain. I can't wait for this one. And that is sarcasm, by the way.
The Freedom Super Patch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours.
Oh my God.
Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs in our mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress, injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, the Super Patch company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called Haptic Vibrotactile Trigger Technology, or VTT. Each Super Patch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as Braille for the brain.
The fact that they put that in their marketing video here, Braille for the brain, is so offensive. Oh my God. This is giving sleazy used car salesman vibes. I agree. And Meg, thank you so much for being a member for 28 months. I appreciate you. This is, yeah, it looks like somebody's fingerprint. I agree with you. There has been speculation that it's the creator's thumbprint, but that's not verified. It's just something I've heard along the way. I don't know that to be true. I'm not stating that as a fact.
And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National...
Didn't she say 60 earlier? So now the numbers are changing. How does that work exactly?
Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the U.S. economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM suit...
What studies? What studies show this?
Super Patch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans, and studies show that balance...
What studies? I'm gonna keep saying that because their studies show. Which ones? Where are they? Why are you not leading with that? I mean, I know why. You could probably guess why they're not leading with that.
Balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer.
Right. And you know how you can work on balance and stability? And I talked about this on the members only live. One thing that I do with members is we will plan and kind of preview live streams and videos that I'm going to edit, or edited videos that I'm going to record and things of that nature, along with early release videos. And we were watching this, and one of the ways that you can improve your stability as you are aging is to build muscle and be taking in enough protein to build that muscle and to use the muscles. Lifting weights, walking, things of that nature are going to help you with maintaining the muscle mass and feeding your body enough protein to be able to sustain the growth and sustain the muscle that you have. So you don't need a patch for that. Again, that comes from food, that comes from working out, that comes from lifting weights to the best of your abilities. And that is how you maintain muscle. And flexibility, mobility, those are all things that should be written into your routine in order to maintain stability as we age. So you don't need this patch for that.
Studies on the Liberty Super Patch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%.
Come on.
This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, The patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical free. No.
You can't say it's 100% chemical free because there is adhesive on the patch, and that patch is made of something. That something is chemicals. Everything is chemicals.
No ingredients or supplements, and there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Super Patch, backed by research, proven
What research?
by science.
Proven by science, right. Except it's not. So dramatic.
I get excited every time I see that video over and over and over again. I want
Oh,
you
do
to
you?
know this isn't just a product, it's a disruption.
Oh
It's
my
literally
God.
a disruption to the wellness industry. And I've been a wellness queen for a long time, and I've never seen anything like what we're seeing. And you know, when I'm telling you that wellness has evolved, when we think about the fact that this was launched January of 2023, I want you to also hear what I'm saying when I say that the timing is right.
Let me guess, you're in momentum. Are you going to show us an S chart or an S curve as well? Because please, it's been a long time since I've seen an MLM company use that. Please show us an S curve and mark a little X where you're at on the chart going into momentum.
So I want you to think about companies like Mary Kay, Amway, Avon, Herbalife. They were as big as they were when they hit because they were the first to do something. So I know I left you on a cliff hanging when I told you that Jay, did the research and development, used 25 million of his own money because his mother was diagnosed with MS. Well, I want you to know that she's still here today, alive and thriving. All right. And,
I guarantee you, I don't know this to be true. Maybe I shouldn't say guarantee you. Maybe I should say, I wonder if his mom also got medical treatment for MS. Because I bet she did.
we're going to talk a little bit more about each patch once we finish looking at this live demonstration. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead up to, I believe she's back in Michigan now, right? She was in DeeCee through the weekend patching everybody that she put her eyes on. But I get to go up to Michigan and bring onto the line with me Chris and Sharina Wilson. I am so excited about what's taking place for you all. And I got a chance to be on FaceTime with you over the weekend. I want to say thank you for, first of all, she just won a big competition the team had, y'all. And then for your willingness to want to be on here to go ahead and do the stability test. Can you just tell us before you get started a little bit about who you and your husband are?
Oh my God, they're going to do the balance test live. Just wait.
Right. And then I want to ask you a few questions and you'll go ahead and do the stability test.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Sharina Wilson. This is my husband, Chris Wilson. We are so excited to be a part of this company. It is definitely life-changing. My husband, he played in the NFL and played pro ball for 10 plus years. So, injuries and things. It's funny because you talked about your husband trying to, get you on, and Chris is like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not. So one day he came home with a groin issue, and I was like, I got something for you. Don't just wait a minute. I got something. I put that patch on his hip, and he was like, are you serious? My hip, I'm better. It would happen within 20 minutes. He was like, this is crazy. And ever since then, we have been straight believers pushing. I'm patching. Anybody say they got something, I say, I got something for you. Wait a minute, 1 second.
Well, I'm gonna give you the floor to go ahead and do this
Okay.
stability test.
Okay, before they do this, what they're doing is they're using a professional athlete and his wife as credibility props here, which is so gross. There's no medical evidence that shows that these patches can help with a groin injury. This is emotional storytelling. It's an appeal to celebrity, an anecdotal fallacy. This is also the bandwagon fallacy. Are athletes trained in evaluating medical devices? No. So why does professional proximity suddenly count as scientific evidence? Does this feel like proof or does this feel like marketing to you guys? Because to me, this feels like marketing. 4 months, Stacy. Thank you so much. I love it here. Best time ever. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Oh, God. Yeah, fixed his groin injury in 20 minutes. If you've ever pulled your groin playing sports or just living your life, that is an injury that takes quite a long time to heal. So to say that, 20 minutes later, he's good, please.
Been doing them all over the world. The floor is yours, and I'll probably be back to ask you guys a couple of questions. Thanks. Okay. What's up, Chris?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. So this is our stability test. I'm gonna have him put your hands. So Chris is super strong. So I just need y'all to understand he's strong. He's worked out his whole life. And I'm going to move him. As you can see, I'm able to move my husband. Right? And he's literally trying to resist me, like really hard. He's really trying to resist me. So I'm going to put our Liberty patch. I'm going to put that on him.
Here comes the patch.
Good job. I'm going to stick it right here on his arm. That on there like that. Okay, we're going to do it again. Y'all see this? And I'm like using my good muscle.
Okay, so first of all, on the first one, she was pulling him towards her. The second one, she's pulling him down. Very, very different.
I'm using my good muscles to try to move him, and I cannot. I can't move him. His stability is crazy.
That's always so crazy to me. That
it's crazy.
You know, but what's even crazier, y'all, is that when we do that test, I don't know if y'all saw, I did the stability test on a gentleman this weekend who was like 6'6". Michael was about 6'6". I had on nothing. I had no heels, no nothing. I was straight to the ground. And he was like, ain't no way this is working. You're not pulling as hard. I said, I'm on the ground. Like I was hanging, my entire body weight was hanging from him. I said, I don't really know how much more proof I could give you if my entire body is hanging. I was on the floor.
That's not scientific evidence at all.
Trying to bring him down, trying to move him. And it's almost unbelievable that it's working immediately like that. Chris,
immediately.
Come on, you done seen a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about how you feel about these patches.
It's crazy. Playing professional ball, you see a lot of different ways to get right, so to speak. You got medicines, you got shots, you got chiro and massages and dry needling. There's so many different ways that people go about feeling better. But who would ever thought that VTT technology would just trigger your brain to do what your body needs it to do? So
I feel like that was the oldest parlor trick in the book.
Like Sharina said, I had my groin was strained, and I didn't even do the stability test when they first started doing it. I was like, man, I'm good on y'all, man. They was like, why? They thought I was being a jerk or whatever. But she patched me with the pain one, and it was like instant. It had to be at least 50% better than what it was. And like I'll get up slow and just to make sure I wasn't gonna hurt it. And I was like, this is crazy. Now, ever since then, I was like, all right, let me know what these super patches are. So it was worthy of my inner circle. Not that I'm so special, but I just I like a special group of people that I hold near and dear to me. To say, okay, I'm gonna bother y'all for this. I don't even want to call it a business endeavor, but just check it out.
Yeah, because it's not a business endeavor. it's an MLM company.
And the videos you guys seen the videos when Sharina herself doing the presentations. I'm like, who is this woman?
Me too.
I was like, is the patch called Courage? Is it a courage patch?
Right. But you said something very important just now, because I was going to tap on it, but you said it first. You felt that this was worthy, and I'm a paraphrase, but I know what you're trying to say. You felt that this was worthy of introducing it to your network. So there's no embarrassment about it, because now I was on the FaceTime with y'all this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
You know, with Daryl Green, who is a Hall of Famer, NFL super, like when he started talking about like, and my bestie is Tony Dorsett, and like he's naming the names, and I'm thinking like, okay, so I want you to kind of, how is the NFL world, because literally those are the people that you've been targeting. How is the NFL world responding to these patches?
So some of my buddies were athletic trainers. And I don't, did you send her that one?
I didn't send that. Yeah, that
so
was.
You saw the presentation, but what you didn't see was I was able to record them. Like they put the stability patches on. They kind of started roughhousing. You know, they like, no, you can't move me. You can't move. You know, and both of they were like locked in. You know, when you think about all the movements and subtleties of the game, like I could only imagine, you know, playing with this. It almost feel like a little. I'm not gonna say the word cheat, but it's an advantage.
Stop it. Get some help.
Right.
You know, I'm not falling down. It's crazy. And Daryl, you know, he said, so these are his words exactly. So I put this patch on and I'm the bionic man.
Okay, none of this is scientific evidence. This is anecdotal. The NFL players, while they are professional athletes, of course, absolutely, they are not scientists.
Yeah.
So everybody was blown away by the stability test. That's a good test that people can instantly see, instantly feel. She went to beauty salons and talking to the females about peace and about joy.
To the women,
everything has such a testimonial to go along with it.
And again, I'm going to say this over and over again. Testimonials are not scientific evidence. And also, I'm looking at the prices of these. You can get a pack of 30 and they have all these different patches. And the majority of them, if not all of them, are $99 for 30 patches. $99.
I don't know if you want to segue this call and talk about the flow, but I'm super excited for that, to get that. Not just for people that have issues. I don't think I'm so bad. You know, of course, this is me. But at the same time, why not get better? Why not train my brain to be as healthy as it can be now for even longevity down the future, for even better performance at, you know, whatever it is I'm putting my hand to the plow to do.
Facts. That's perfect, because so often we are people of color. It's just the way that it is. And this is not a racial thing, but we tend to be more reactive,
Yes,
not proactive. So I like the fact that you're saying, I want to be proactive. And
I'm sure that's because statistically, people of color are not listened to by doctors, I guess is how I want to say. Not all doctors, but the statistics show that they are not heard.
not reactive. And I mean, we've seen what the sport of football does to the body as well.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm very excited for what I see happening for the both of you all. And I believe that there's some kind of courage or something that's in these patches, because Sharina has become a whole nother person. I don't know this person.
That's funny, William.
I'm glad I know this person. And I'm excited about what's going to take place for you, because I was on the FaceTime. There was no resistance to the conversation. He did not resist. He saw it, and he actually started talking about all the people he wanted to put the patch on. And then said, we can come to the Hall of Fame events and go patch the people there. And so,
God, I hope not.
this is the beginning of something that's getting ready to be really, really big. And that's why we don't rush through these calls, because we want people to hear how major this is. This is not a light conversation. It's very major. So thank you both. And congratulations again, Sharina, on winning the contest.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. So listen, we can't make this up. And I told you guys that once you see it, you can't unsee it, right?
One thing that I didn't mention at the beginning of this section, where she was talking about going around and patching everybody, the distributors are paying for those patches and they're putting it on people. I'm just wondering, do you charge somebody like, hey, try this patch, by the way, it's $5? Or are they instructed to give them away? I don't know, how that works with them. Every company is a little bit different, but a lot of these companies will instruct the distributors to order the product and then to give it away for free so that people can try it. I don't know with this, but if that's the case, that is a really expensive, I want to say an expensive expense, but I don't know. I was just throwing out that number, $5. I don't know that that's true. Katina, thank you so much. Whoops. Thank you. I appreciate that. And welcome to all the new members. Oh, God. This is wild. Yay, new members. Yeah, welcome, you guys. That's awesome. I'll see you guys in the members only after party.
You see it, you can't unsee it. Hold on, I'm trying to all right, I thought I saw, let me see if I still see her on screen.
Oh my God.
Rosalind, are you here? I want to bring you up real quick before we grab Dr. Bramwell. Rosalind, are you there? I saw you. Now I don't see you, but I know you also have a great testimony. If not, Dr. Bramwell, I'll come on over to you. But I thought I saw Rosalind there. Let's see. Do we have Dr. Bramwell? We do.
Dr. Bramwell. I think her name's Amy Bramwell.
Dr. Bramwell, make you a co-host. I can't get Chris and Sharina off the screen for some reason. 1 second. Okay, Dr. Bramwell, can you should be able to unmute.
Yes. You couldn't get them off because that testimonial was just so amazing, so amazing.
Dr. Bramwell, I knew that testimony was going to have you.
This is crazy.
Like,
well, you know, yeah, we were talking about the athletes the other day, and I think I like what Chris said. You know, he wants to do some preventative, so it's not just the body that's been affected. All the hits to the head. And that flow patch, he said he didn't want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it because, yes, you need.
Oh, my God. She is referring to CTE injuries. That's what this sounds like to me. Oh, you can't say that.
Need to get ahead of the game because there are things that happen that you don't know that they happen yet until you get older. And so being able to do that flow patch to help with cognition and memory and, you know, that's going to be so powerful. Mine are due any day now. I'm so excited, but this is exciting for people. What all these patches are doing, they are creating new circuitry. So you've been doing old circuitry that's kept you out of balance, you know, literally off balance. Right. And all the things that improve with balance, like Chris was talking about. So they're roughhousing because now they are like.
I'm trying to look up what kind of doctor she is. Dr. Amy Bramwell, super patch. Okay, I think I found her page. Some of you are faster at this. I just need to know what kind of a doctor she is. If anybody is super quick at research and can look that up so that I can keep going, that would be amazing. I would appreciate it. If not, I'll continue to look.
Standing strong, and now they can move, and that's how come you're going to get decreased injuries. Someone actually asked me, I had a clinician, a nurse practitioner come on to the last call, and then she was
Dr. Amy Bramwell
asking me some questions afterward. And I was like, no, the injuries are going to go down because they are more stable. The reason why the injuries happen is because you were unstable in that.
No, the reason that the injuries happen in the NFL is from their heads hitting the helmet and the ground from the impact.
That pivot in that turn with a planted foot and the other foot is moving, and now you're off balance because you're in motion. Guess what? Now you're going to be in motion and you're going to be more sturdy, more stable, and more agile. So the Liberty patch adds to the agility of the Victory patch, which is going to increase performance. And no, it's not a cheat. No, it's not a cheat. I know the industry has taught you, Chris, that this is cheating, but this is completely just It's what would probably take a lifetime.
Is it Nicole or is it Amy? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Nicole. My apologies. Dr. Nicole Bramwell. My apologies. Where did I get Amy from?
To do with your brain, to retrain your brain to do something, is doing it automatically. Now, there's automatic, and then there's going to happen. So depending on what's going on inside that brain, it can take longer for you to see more improvement. But know that every day that you put the patch on, you're not moving backward when you take it off and change it. You are moving forward. Now that correction has been done. Now you got to do another correction. It's kind of like working through a math problem. You know, you did this step, so now you're there. So sometimes it can take a little bit longer. And Super Patch does recommend that for maximum, you know, seeing some significant changes, to give it 14 days. You give other stuff longer. So, you know, give the patches the 2 weeks, really? And you're improving during that time. It's not that nothing's happening. It's happening. You may not be able to see it. Other people probably will see the improvement in you before you actually see it. They see you walking your dog more stable. You're not bent over. I mean, the guy that I did a couple months ago, I could not believe it. I can't even believe, but there's no way I could have known. When I put the patch on him, he was hunched over. When I put it on him, he literally straightened up and drew his leg in closer to stabilize himself. It was a physical manifestation of putting the patch on it. It wasn't on for 20 seconds, 10 seconds. I mean, it's just amazing.
20 seconds?
Do not go to sleep on this. This is, I mean, what do you have to lose to try it? It has nothing in it to create a reaction.
A doctor is saying this. What kind of doctor? I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. She calls herself a weight loss doctor. I don't know.
You can only get better. You can only get better. So, you know, and hey, I mean, what else can you say? The science is there. This is science. This is right.
This is not science. No, this is placebo. This is a grift, in my opinion.
This is science to its highest
technology, to the highest degree, right?
Yeah.
But Dr. Bramwell, what I'm noticing is that two things I'm noticing. You might think it's not working, and then you stop using that patch, and you realize, oh, it was working, because I have been wearing the defend patch. I don't know why my brain yesterday told me not to put the defend patch on. I had him sitting on the counter, and I went to get showered after doing all.
I'm sorry, is this a deep dive? Is this a deep dive that we're seeing develop? I feel like this could be a deep dive. Listen, the Mel Robbins deep dive that I have coming on Sunday for members, Monday for everybody. Y'all are not ready. You are not ready.
All the cooking, and I put some patches on, but I looked at the defend patch and I was like, I'll be all right without it. And I woke up this morning and was doing that scratchy thing in my throat. It was itching really bad. And I was like, do I reach for the allergy medicine or do I reach for the defend patch? So what I did was I grabbed the defend patch, because I said, ain't no way. Like, I have been wearing this patch, and then all of a sudden I didn't wear it. And I'm sorry, my granddaughter keeps.
Mel Robbins is a motivational speaker and a grifter, in my opinion, who is now selling protein products with no nutritional background, no credentials. It's going to be juicy.
It's calling me. I want to make sure. I just want to text her and make sure she's okay. So you could say it's not working. Try not wearing it and see what.
Yes, but there's speculation on her plagiarizing the original poem from, her name is Cassie Williams, I believe, and that was written in 2019, and then Mel Robbins stumbled upon it in 2023 and then wrote a book about it. More to come on that.
Right. You did your own experiment. You did your own experiment unexpectedly.
Right? But then I also noticed that people who were hunched over, like my mom, was hunched over when she got here. She began to walk straight. But what she realized once she got home is that she was starting to get a little bit of pain in her knees, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
because she's having to relearn how
That's
to
right.
walk straight because she's been walking hunched over. Your body overcompensates.
I can only imagine being a physical therapist watching this video. I can only imagine.
In a different way when you're not walking straight up and down. So if you have someone who says, hey, I'm now feeling pains somewhere else.
It's part of the
yes,
normal process, absolutely, of the improvement. Yeah, because the
exactly.
center of gravity has moved. So you have compensated and you shifted things. Like I talked about that gentleman, his legs were wider apart,
Right.
and he was doing this waddle kind of walk. And when he straightened up, yeah, then he had to do this fast shuffle walk. And his wife was like, oh, wait a minute. And that's because the center where you're getting your weight, and then now your weight is in a different place. So yeah, you may feel pain. And now you're starting to use muscles that you weren't using in that way
before.
either because you straightened up. Now you're engaging your core. And guess what? That's going to slim you right there, engaging that core, straightening up, and your posture better. And as a matter of fact, it makes you look slimmer even before.
I'm sorry. Are you, as a doctor, what kind of doctor we don't know, are you saying that somebody wearing a patch and standing up straighter is going to help them become slimmer? Pretty sure that's not how physiology works. I'm pretty sure that that would be nutrition. You would have to be in a calorie deficit in order for a doctor not understanding basic physiology around nutrition is that's wild. That is absolutely wild. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Is she giving chiropractor to you guys? Because that's what she's giving me. I could be wrong though.
Before you are slimmer because your posture is better.
Oh,
right? No more
I look
slumped over
slimmer.
shoulders.
I look slimmer, and my mom called me today crying, like in tears. I thought something was wrong because
Right.
she got on the phone and she was like screaming and crying, and she was crying because she said the inflammation.
She does live in Florida. Yeah, absolutely giving chiropractor, right? Yeah. Oh, do tell us more. Rhinoceros 13.
that I had in my knee, she says it's gone, and I'm in no pain, like no pain, no pain. And she was screaming. So y'all, I know you feel like this. No, this is not overkill. We literally have to have this conversation like this because it's so unbelievable. But it's like it's because it's nothing short of just a miracle, right? Thank you, Dr. Bramwell,
Oh my
for
God.
always giving us your expertise. Rosin, I saw that you're back. So let's try to grab you on here real quick because I see that you've had an awesome testimony as well. Where are you at? Hold on. Rosin,
I'm right here.
Okay. Keep talking.
I'll keep
I'm
talking.
Yep, keep talking.
Hello, Nina.
Rosin, please give everybody your testimony.
I ran today.
She is a pediatrician. 11th Circuit affirms convictions against Florida physician pharmacist for violating anti-kickback statute. Oh my.
Hey, guy. Yes, ma'am. Do you remember when we went to, I don't know if it was when we first went to Cancun or, no, we went to Dominican Republic. One of my goals was like, I'm going to run.
Run. You said it.
I didn't know how I was going to run, but I ran. I can dance. Like the reason I'm so off and I can't dance is because this right leg will not move. It's not flexible. So it gets super tired. I can dance now, so I'll be dancing and doing all the moves. But today, my granddog is up here. And
$4.4 million TRICARE fraud scheme. Oh my God. This is absurd. This was not This was not a, what is the word I'm looking for? I did not expect this to turn this direction.
And I took her out the front. I normally take her out where it's downstairs, where it's flat. So I took her out through the front. She's a big doodle, a golden doodle, and she runs fast. She jets out the door. I don't drag behind her. I'm
Running behind.
right down them steps with running with her. Running with her. I haven't ran in over 17 years. Wesley was a baby when I had this accident with my leg. I haven't been able to do a 90-degree bend. I'm now able to do a 90-degree bend. I can run up my flight of stairs and run back down with no problem. I can stand.
I think I'm going to have to, I think maybe a short or something. Because this is wild.
I tested it like whoever it was. I know I heard Dr. Bramwell talking about this. You have to, test it for yourself. So I knew I was gonna. I knew I would probably be in trouble the next day, and boy, was I in trouble and in a lot of pain. I wasn't able to go up the stairs. It was just such an inconvenience not to be well. Not to be well. But my first time putting that patch on, I went up the steps,
What? Oh, and let's talk about this for a second because I missed something on this video and I need to, maybe I just need to do shorts on this. So yeah, if you remember, we talked about this on the members only live stream yesterday. The last video that I did on LEMD and the woman, I can't remember what her name was. It started, I think it was May. And the way that this woman was talking, the way that she was introduced made it sound like she was the chiropractor. And it is not. That's not the case. Her husband is the chiropractor. She is a holistic life coach and was giving information, advice on menopause and balancing hormones and, all the stuff that these MLM grifters, in my opinion, talk about. No, she is not a chiropractor, but she sure did make it sound like she was the chiropractor because she works at her husband's chiropractic practice. Oh my God. Yeah. So I missed that part. That's on me. Normally I check that. I didn't. For some reason I didn't. I'm not really sure. I don't remember why I didn't do that. But so this Dr. Nicole Bramwell, I think is her name, can't practice allegedly. Perhaps she's working at a weight loss clinic or she opened the clinic. You guys are so amazing. Apparently the cream salesman, I don't know what that means, was an alkaline water machine vendor. This is not a turn that I expected it to take. Yeah, probably Kangen water filters. Oh my God.
It was good. I was able to get up there better and come down more balanced. But that second day,
Yep.
and Stanisha said, just keep wearing it. She said, keep wearing it. I said, okay. I wore it all night long. That next day I was so excited. I said, Travis, I was like a kid, like, come on, let's go buy the new ice cream or whatever the flavor is. I ran up those stairs and came back down. And I've never been able to we've lived in this house for 9 years and I've never been able to walk up the stairs with the
I'm still stuck on this doctor. I need to write myself a note or I'm going to forget. Tomorrow, okay, I'm going to add this to my to-do list. And yes, I'm doing this right now on the stream because if I don't, it won't get done. So Tomorrow, I'm going to record. I'm going to record the May Not the Chiropractor short. And then I'm also going to record the Dr. Nicole Bramwell super patch short. And I'm going to have to do some more research and put some specifics in there. And then I'll link those to the videos. Okay. Oh, also, I'm going to film the Mel Robbins deep dive because I have all of the B-roll and everything ready to go. Script finalized. Okay. So that was a little taste of my behind the scenes, I guess.
I normally
Former
go
Dr.
Amy.
And
if you know me well,
wow.
Even when I get on the stage for anything, you'll see me do the 2-step down.
Yep.
And even I've sang on the choir at church for a long time.
This woman seems so nice. And she has been taken advantage of, and I absolutely hate that.
And me getting down off the stage doing that was always a hassle. And somebody always had to help me get down. I don't need no help.
This is a good question. And I don't know the answer to it. I think she would just be an unlicensed doctor because she still went to school and has the degree, did what she needed to do, but she's not licensed. But I could be wrong. Some of you may know. Let me know in the comments if you do.
No, I'm telling you, these patches. I was like Nina. I'm always down with Stanisha. Whatever you want to do, I'm down with you. Period. But it's always a consumable product. We got to figure out. Okay, we don't want another product. Number one, that everybody's going to have to say, "Can I take it with my medication?" You absolutely can. Well,
or you could say, maybe you should talk to your doctor about that. Oh, wait, there's no ingredients. There's nothing in the patch.
I'm a heart patient, such and such. I am too. I actually had emergency open heart surgery. I'm on 2 medications. I have been diagnosed with actual heart disease. So you can. And I want to add this. So if you guys are anybody out there whose medication has a diuretic in it, if you're not on that Ignite, you ought to be. That Ignite runs fluid out of my body better than my medication.
You cannot say that. There's no scientific evidence on those patches that they do this. I can't even explain to you guys how dangerous this is. You are messing with people that are on medication that keeps them alive.
Like, what is going on? I lost 17 pounds.
I was wondering why am I going to the bed? Like literally recently I've been like urinating more and
it's pulling it out of you. And you know what? It's not, you don't have to worry about, oh, I drank too much and I did this, that, and the other, or whatever it was, all these diuretic pills. The diuretic pills have something in them as well. Just because it's safe, it doesn't mean it's safe. I mean, I don't want to be on that for the rest of my life. I want to do something to correct the problem. I didn't say heal, but correct the problem.
I mean, you are making health claims. It doesn't matter if you said correct or heal in this instance, because what you just said was a giant medical claim that you cannot say.
And I've been saying, I wanted to lose because my legs are big, but I can't work out and get my legs to go down. Y'all, it's working. If you haven't gotten patched, get patched.
If you think for 1 second that a patch is going to help you to lose weight in a specific area of your body, you have no idea how the physiology of your body works. No idea.
Patched. And if you're not patching,
oh my God,
get the patching. This is the kind of product that people, let me see how it work on me. Can you do me real quick? It only takes one time for you to put that patch on them. Just one time. And you know what? They can be in the best shape. My brother, Travis did my husband, did my brother. My brother is in great shape. And it was like, whoa, hold on a second. It don't matter.
Don't matter. Thank you so much.
So sorry.
Y'all give it up for Ron, down 17 pounds and walking up them steps. Thank you so much. Running up them steps.
Okay, so first of all, if she's getting more activity in, she's probably putting herself into a calorie deficit in some way, shape, or form, because she's burning more calories because she's more active, which in turn is going to lead to weight loss over time. Also, did she mention a time frame that she's lost the 17 pounds? Because I don't remember hearing that part.
All right, y'all, listen, we almost done. We almost done. I got to share just a couple more things with you. But what I love about the video is that it really literally talks about the rest of this presentation.
I'm sorry. Super patch brain basics. Our brain and central nervous system control every physical, biological, emotional, and psychological function in our body. Our nervous system affects everything. So a better nervous system means better everything. Central nervous system, biochemistry, biology. I love how they used a pyramid here because that tracks.
All of this was covered in the video. All I want to do now is talk about what.
Whoa, why are you going so quickly? There was something about studies. Why did you? I thought you weren't going to go quickly through this. What are you doing?
I want to stop right here because Dr. Bramwell.
You know what's missing from this slide? Their specialty, the doctor's specialty. That is extremely important. And we're going to talk about doctors that endorse companies like this in my deep dive with Mel Robbins on Monday. They are not, their specialties are not listed here. And that is so important. Also, doctors are humans. And unfortunately, that means that not everybody is ethical. Just because they're a doctor doesn't mean that they're ethical, unfortunately.
I'm very excited with this screen right here, this slide. The reality of it is that doctors are normally not okay with anything that has nothing to do with big pharma, right? But the fact that our entire advisory board are all doctors, you know, when someone says to me, well, let me get back to you, I'm going to go check with my doctor. I've said, well, we've already done that for you. All right.
No, they haven't already done that for you because they don't have your medical history. They don't have medications that you're on. They don't have, you know, have you had surgeries? Do you have allergies to certain medications or foods or, you know, they don't have access to all of that because they're not your doctor. For her to sit here and say, oh, well, we've done that for you. You don't need to talk to your doctor. That is so dangerous. And I know we're talking about a patch that they say has nothing in it, but then they're making these outrageous health claims. And if you're somebody that has major things going on with your health and somebody tells you, oh, you don't need to talk to your doctor. No. We've already done that for you. Run the other way because they're just trying to sell you something. This is disgusting.
Multiple doctors. And
yeah,
I mean, I love the videos, especially from Dr. Anna Toker, who talks a lot of, she's, you know, very, very vocal about what these super patches are doing for people without making the medical claim. We can give you testimony after testimony after testimony.
Your entire testimonies, Nina, have been nothing but medical claims. You saying we can't give any medical claims and then giving medical claims for this entire 45 minutes of your presentation. I know we're an hour and a half into this live stream, but her video, we're in 45 minutes of an hour-long video. That doesn't negate the medical claims, the health claims that you have made this entire time. I definitely will be sending this to the FTC tomorrow. I'm going to add that to my list right now.
But this sealed the deal for Dr. Bramwell, Dr. Dunn, for myself, and all of the many other, medical professionals that are on
By the way, if you want to send something to the FTC, I have a link for that in my video description. In every video, in every short live stream, I always have that along with some other resources. If you're somebody that is in an MLM or you see sketchy claims like this, please report them. You probably won't ever hear back from them, but report them. It's very, very important.
Our team as well as our NFL and NBA players. And so let me tell you a little bit about what each super patch does. I told you that it was not just a product, it's a disruption. And our mission is 1 million people patch. The freedom patch, and y'all should write this down if you're a guest, freedom is for pain. All right? Freedom is.
I don't think you can even say that. You're claiming that a patch from an MLM company can treat pain. You can't say that.
For pain, inflammation, pain, okay?
Can't
whether
say
it's
that.
Headache, whether it's a ache in your leg, whether it's arthritis pain.
Can't say
freedom
that.
is for pain. Then we've got victory. Victory, you all, listen. We sleeping on victory. I put this victory patch on the other day while walking on the trail. I don't normally wear the victory patch, but I put it on while walking on the trail that day, and Dr. Bramwell, I burned 1,600 calories that day.
I'm sorry, what? Hold on. Did I hear that right? She said she put on a patch and she burned 1,600 calories that day. Are you implying that the patch made you burn 1,600 calories in a day, not you moving your body? 1,600 calories burned is a lot of calories. I have so many questions as a personal trainer and a fitness nutrition specialist. So many questions. How many steps did you have in that day if you track them? Did you work out? What did you do? Tell me, like, run me through your day. Because I bet it has everything to do with how you moved your body in that day and nothing to do with a patch. Also, how are you tracking that? How are you tracking that you're claiming that you burned 1,600 calories that day? I have so many questions, and you should too. If you're watching this and you're somebody that's like, you know, I'm a super patch fan, listen, stop for a second before you type that comment, because I will hurt your feelings with facts. Okay. I will. Don't do it. Exactly. You should be asking these questions. These claims are outrageous. There's no scientific evidence that backs that these patches do these things.
I honestly, y'all, I don't think I've ever burnt 1,600.
Also, I know that the pin of shame for some of the comments is coming in the next few days, so prepare for that.
100 calories in a day. I don't work out like Paul. I do a different kind of workout, but I work out. But 1,600 calories. But what I'm also hearing is because victory helps with while you're at the gym, recovery from the gym, exercise, stamina, performance enhancement. Guess what victory also does? It helps with circulation. So people that are experiencing like headaches, they put the victory patch on because victory helps with circulation. And
please explain to me how putting a patch on that's supposed to help with recovery helped you burn 1,600 calories that day. This doesn't even make any physiological sense. None.
Inflammation that may come from exercise. All right, you guys, we're learning so much about these patches.
Yes, I will do that. I'm going to add that to my list too. Send super patch video to the FTC and report. I'm going to report Nina to her state AG. I have that on my list. Thank you. God.
I'm gonna be an expert, a whole expert. Give me another couple days,
Except
right?
you're not.
Liberty is our.
Remember at the beginning of this when she said you don't have to be an expert? But she's claiming that she's going to be an expert in a couple days on these patches that I don't normally wear that one, but I burned 1,600 calories that day. This is absurd. Absurd isn't even the right word. That's too nice, you know?
Foundational patch. I call this the trifecta. This is my greatness pack right here. Liberty, victory, and freedom are the greatness pack. Liberty is stability and balance. And you just heard Dr. Bramwell saying, if you don't believe Dr. Bramwell, go Google it for yourself, that if you improve.
Oh, I indeed, Nina, if I may, I indeed will be Googling Dr. Bramwell thoroughly. Probably a background check too. There will be more information coming on that short. Yeah. Thanks for the idea, Nina. Appreciate that.
Or when you improve your balance and stability, that you increase the years of your life. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. When you improve your balance and stability, you increase the length of your life by adding years to your life. So I know people say,
I don't think it's necessarily balance. I think it has to do with maintaining muscle, maintaining and building muscle.
Add more life to your years. Well, add more years to your life and add more life to your years with this Liberty patch, right? And I mean, for real, let me throw this one in. Shade, no shade. Who can beat the kind of names you see on these products? Like
Oh my God.
victory and liberty and freedom and peace. All right. Ignite is
Sounds like everything in the MAGA marketing kit.
one of my favorite patches. I've got that on too on this arm over here. Ignite will burn up to 500 calories, and you don't even have to have a lifestyle change for it. Meaning you don't have to go to the gym for the Ignite to burn the calories. You could be asleep and the Ignite will burn those calories. So a lot of people are putting the Ignite patch on at bedtime. Joy, if you're sad and you're having some, especially if you're perimenopausal, menopausal, right? Premenopausal, postmenopausal, andropause, which is the manopause, guess what? You might need joy. If you're finding that life, maybe you're going through grief, joy is a great patch for you. It will make you happy, right? Peace is for anxiety and stress. And peace works really great with joy. Make sure that you also ask the person that invited you to this vision call to give you the cheat sheet or the combo sheet. We like to call it the cocktail sheet, which will show you which patches pair the best together. All right, together, because you may not experience total relief from your pain with just the freedom.
I can't believe she is just saying this in this way, because you can't say this. Think about this. When we hear other MLM companies talk about this stuff and they're like, oh, discomfort instead of pain, that's them trying to stay FTC compliant. Nina here is just like, oh, screw that. FTC compliance, we don't know her. Out here just pain-free, anxiety-free, none of it scientifically proven.
Should add liberty with it. Liberty and freedom work very well together. All right. Lumi is our beauty patch or our skin patch. Literally, we're watching people, especially the young ladies who are having that acne breakout, tweens and then young teens and 20s. With all of those breakouts, if you have any kind of breakouts on your skin, Lumi is for you. It's going to heal you from the inside out.
Oh, you can't say that.
I don't even have to talk about that. It's an immunity booster. I just told y'all I woke up with the scratchies because I missed a day with the defend patch. Silly me, it won't happen again. This will boost your immune system. The kids are asking for their patches. We've got lots of mamas on here and they're patching their children.
Please do not give your kids MLM products, whether we're talking about something that you put on their skin or something that they ingest. Please don't do that. And please don't give them supplements unless you've talked to their pediatrician about it.
And before the kids leave for school, they're asking for their defend patch, especially those that have allergies. I just witnessed yesterday, Taylor asked her mom, Tedra Gordon was here yesterday and Taylor was here. And she was like, Mom, I'm gonna need you to leave me some of them defend patches out before you go to bed. And she said, well, just put some in your room, right? Because she said that she was on medicine. She said sometimes had to take shots, but she was also taking her allergy medicines 3 times a day.
What kind of shots was she taking? And are you implying that a patch replaces a medication? Because you can't do that. And also, no, it doesn't.
She's no longer taking allergy meds at all. Rocket is for sexual enhancement. Rocket is one of those patches that someone has to use for a few days before they're going to see significant difference. So if you are under the age of 30, 1 to 3 days of using the Rocket patch. Sexual enhancement for men and women. Women, if you're going through menopause and you're really struggling, add the Rocket patch. All right. Rocket also, if you're over 30 to 50, you want to use it for up to 2 weeks before you may see or feel any significant difference. If you're over 50, you need to wear that patch for 3 weeks before you may see or feel significant difference. Kick It is for habits. All right. So whatever habit you might have, sugar, nicotine, fried foods, caffeine. Roz and I have not had a cup of coffee now going into my.
I'm going to need you to leave coffee alone. Okay? Nothing wrong with having coffee. You know what's crazy about this? Remember at the beginning when she was talking about the creator of this made this because he was trying to help his mom with MS. Now we have a sexual enhancement patch. Now we have a Kick It patch that helps with habits. Oh my God.
3rd week. Y'all, that is so major for me, right? That is so major for me. I am not even craving coffee. And I am a coffee.
Well, yeah, that's because you haven't had it in 3 weeks. And it takes, what, 21 days to change a habit, roughly? So you haven't had it in 3 weeks. Of course, you're not craving it because you're past that point. Also, there's nothing wrong with having a cup of coffee, unless you're allergic to it. Or unless you're extremely caffeine sensitive. Nothing wrong with it. You could have decaf, you know?
I am addicted to coffee, not necessarily the caffeine. I just like that warm, fuzzy feeling that it gives me when I'm drinking coffee. And I have not had a cup of coffee in 3 weeks now. All right. Then we've got our REM patch, which is the sleep patch. And I'm going to tell you all, we see all the results coming in from people that are using the REM patch that they're wearing their Apple Watch to show how much better they're sleeping at night. We've got our Boost patch, which I wear every single day. That's the one on this arm right.
Let me guess, for energy?
Right here. Boost is for energy, but it's not that rush or crash of energy. It's sustained, clean energy all day long.
No, thanks. I'm good with my coffee and a pre-workout if I need it.
And then last but not least, this patch put me to tears the other day. When I spoke with Jonathan, which he's a national SVP here in this company, and he mentioned flow because I didn't understand what it was. I thought this was like the focus patch. Well, he said, no, Nina. And I'm going to tell you guys what he said. All right, y'all.
You know what's odd to me is this slide is in here, but this video is from like 7 months ago. So why would it say November 2024 if 7 months ago was 2025?
Lean in. This patch was released earlier on in the company. And because it worked so well, they pulled it off the market. Now, I know.
What? Hold on.
You sit on a throne of lies.
What do you mean? This patch did so well that they took it off the market. Never have I ever heard a marketing strategy like that. It worked so well that they took it off the market. What do you mean? If it worked so well, wouldn't you want to keep it on the market? Wouldn't you want to make more of it? It's happening. I cannot.
You're probably saying, well, Nina, why would you pull a product off the shelves that was working so well? Because people were actually, even though they had the testimonies, Dr. Bramwell, they were making medical claims.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Does she not know that this entire video has been a medical claim, a health claim? What do you mean? It worked so well, we took it off the market. But really, they took it off the market because they were making health claims. And the FTC probably called and said, hey, you can't do that. They took it off the market. This is so embarrassing. Nina, I am embarrassed for you. You're on Beyonce's internet in 2025 at the time of this video, saying these things as if it's a selling point. This is embarrassing. The hypocrisy is staggering, literally staggering.
Because this is for memory and cognitive function and balance. The nicknames of what that means is the nicknames are Alzheimer's and dementia. And because people were literally being cured of those nicknames and they were out saying it publicly to preserve the company, it was pulled from the shelves. We're now teaching people how to talk about this more properly, and this improves memory and cognitive function. This is the patch that I think got Dr. Bramwell look crazy over there because she was in love with all the rest. But this one, you can literally take over the world with this patch.
I'm literally too stunned right now to speak. Literally. You mean to tell me this patch worked so well, according to Nina here, that they took it off the market? And then she said they took it off the market because people were basically claiming that it cured dementia and Alzheimer's. You can't say that because it's not true. What do you mean? Also, straight to jail, Nina. Straight to jail.
This is not just for people that are in their seniors. This is if it ran in your family, if those nicknames ran in your family.
Nicknames?
You need this patch.
The clips that I'm going to pull from this is going to be obnoxious. I just want to warn y'all ahead of time.
Memory loss begins for women at the age of 40. You need this patch.
No, we
think
don't.
that you need to wait until you're older or senior to need this patch. I am telling you right now, this is a game changer. So it was re-released. Once this coloring of package is sold out, they're sold in bundles of 8. So most of us team leaders, we got everybody to put their monies together and we purchased multiple bundles, okay? What I want you to understand is this is going to kind of be removed. Once it sells out, we won't see this back for another probably 2 months while it's being rebranded. All right, you all?
Why do you have to? Why are they rebranding? If it works so well, why do they put out some of the product and then rebrand? This is so shady. Are they going to call it something different? Are they going to change the color of the package? Why? Why would they do that? The cost of that must be enormous for this company. Why would they even do that? And I was going to say, I thought she said reformulate. She said rebrand. Because if she said reformulate, I was going to say something like, what are you reformulating? There's no ingredients in this. Yeah, what are they hiding? This is weird. This is very weird.
So get it while it's there. They're sold in bundles of 8. All right. So I know that for you all, you're like, okay, wait a minute. We had to give you this information. You needed to hear those testimonies. This is not your average product. This is a disruption. How big is the market? Well, I want you all to just look at those circles on the screen. I told you that if you just even wanted to focus on helping one sector of people, that you could literally change your entire life. This isn't a hobby. This is not a hustle. It is a mission.
Oh no, it's a hustle, babes.
It is not a hobby. It's not a hustle. It is a mission with a $500 billion opportunity. We're not looking for sellers. We're raising up solution carriers because this has no ingredient.
We're not looking for sellers. We're looking for recruiters.
No side effects, safe for kids and elders, expecting moms. You wear it, you feel it, you share it. I'm going to say that again. It's as simple as that. You wear it, you feel it, you share it. That's it. Because the results here speak louder than words, and stories travel fast. So that is how we scale. Because when a product works fast, it spreads like wildfire. I'm going to say it again, that duplication isn't built on hype. It's built on undeniable proof. We prove to you that
this too is false.
Thanks, Obama.
Chris's stability and balance and strength improved instantly. We proved it to you. It's undeniable. So maybe you've been looking for a sign and you're wondering, and we don't have any competition because that's for losers and we're not losers. And so we don't have any competition. All right. That's what I'm going to say about that. You've been looking for a sign. I know you are. That's why all.
She said that with her entire chest. I cannot.
Almost 120 of us were on here tonight because you're looking for something. You're looking for the thing that's not the Me Too product. You're looking for the thing that's going to catch wildfire. You're looking for the thing that you can actually help real people with. You're looking for the thing, and we found it. We finally found it. And I'm just so grateful because I was 100% closed, and I told Tanisha no, and she started without me. You can ask her. I said, no, I'm good. I'm not doing that. I sent the video to my husband. He said, wait a minute. We might need to look at this. I sent it to Dr. Bramwell. She said, where do we get this from? I then flew to Canada, met with the owner, did the test on me. I was like,
it's a Canadian company? Is it? No.
yeah, okay, I've seen this before. Blah, blah, blah. Right? I wasn't sold. I wasn't sold. But what sold me was giving those patches to Ashley Valdez and watching her autistic son, level 3 autism, nonverbal with ADHD, watching him come off his medication, watching him stop when he stopped hurting himself, watching him sleep through the night, Rosalind. When she FaceTimed me the next morning and her baby was still asleep, who hadn't been sleeping. They wanted to put him on adult seizure medication. I was there. I walked through the whole process with her. Nothing was working. Nothing. We tried everything that we had in our arsenal. Rosalind, nothing was working. When she FaceTimed me and saying, oh, I have to wake him up because he has a neurology appointment, or I would let him sleep. She said, Nina, what is your link? Because I don't ever want to run out of these patches. I said, I don't have one because I'm not in. And she said, well, get in because my son has not slept. He kept the whole house up. See, it was undeniable. When my mama came in, I didn't know she was limping like that. I didn't know she was hunched over like that. But I watched her take a 2-step like Rosalind, up my steps. And then it was so bad, Dr. Bramwell, we were getting ready to transition her downstairs to the guest room downstairs. But I figured upstairs would be a little more quiet for her without all of the in and out of the other kids being here. And I felt bad that we had put her upstairs. But the next day, she came bippity bopping down the steps. The next day, she said, I can feel my fingers. I didn't even know she was in pain. No one can tell me because once I see it, I've seen it, I can't unsee it. So maybe you were skeptical like everybody that's on this Zoom right now. Every one of us were skeptical. I am telling you that you just watched Sharina do the stability test on her husband live. Maybe we can't get to your living room. Maybe we can't get to you because we're all in different states. But what you need to do right now is you need to run back to the person.
You need to run the other direction is what you need to do.
That invited you to look at this information tonight and say, give me your link. Now, listen, you could be a customer. We love our customers. You're going to get 25% off of your first order, up to 5 patches. You can even earn shopping credits when you refer other customers from your customer link. so you don't have to do the business.
I have the sound effect.
Oh my God.
That is from a LifeWave video, in case you're new here, from many, many moons ago.
If you don't want to do the business. But for those of you that are saying, now, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. I'm looking for a thing. I'm looking for something. What I'm telling you now is that wellness just evolved. Super Patch isn't just another supplement. It's technology that speaks to the nervous system in real time. It's technology, y'all. It speaks a language to your brain, from your brain rather, that only your body understands. That is why this is almost like it just, does this even make sense? No. You've been looking. Maybe you're here because you're here for healing. Maybe you're here for income or for impact. There's room for you, but timing matters. And we don't often talk about timing, but timing matters.
Every MLM talks about timing.
Timing. Everybody put the word timing in the chat. Timing matters. We are just at the beginning. I told you the company just launched January of 2023. I didn't even realize we were as early to the party as we are. So we're moving. The question is, are you
Clearly, I need to cover this company more.
ready to be patched and paid? Are you ready to step into your greatness? That's the question, and only you can answer that. So grab your starter pack tonight if you're looking at the business side, and position yourself in the movement. Don't wait.
Grab your starter pack. I don't think she's talking to people being a customer. I think she's recruiting people. I think that's what this is.
For perfect. Come on and partner with purpose. My name is Nina Moore, and I approve this message. I want to thank all of our speakers who gave us testimony tonight. Again, we want to thank you, Dr. Nicole Bramwell, and we want to welcome every single one of you.
Dr. Nicole Bramwell, coming to the channel very soon.
That are partnering with us or becoming our customer. We don't.
Maybe I just need to do a video instead of a short. Maybe I'll do a short and give some of the information and do a deep dive on this doctor as its own video.
Want to just see you from the top. We want to see you at the top. And we want you to know that God loves you best, but we love you more. Get back to the person that invited you here. Good night, and God bless you.
Goodbye. I'm absolutely over that. Guys, what? So I have on my list to make the 2 shorts for tomorrow. I think maybe I'll maybe a deep dive, maybe a video on Dr. Nicole Bramwell, because I feel like that needs to be discussed. I am going to send this video to the FTC tomorrow. I have it on my list. I'm looking at it over here. I am going to report Nina for this video to her attorney general. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be a fun day. Maybe I'll do it on a members only live. Y'all want to hang out while I do that? That might be kind of fun. We'll see. Yeah, anyways, that was a whole hot mess of a video. That was nothing but health claims, medical claims, dangerous language, dangerous advice. I hated every second of that. They do not have the scientific evidence to back up any of the claims in that video. And if you would like to see more information about their studies, in the video description, I have linked my Super Patch video where I talk about the studies. That's not what tonight was about, but go and check that out. I debunk all of their studies. I talk about how it's a small group of individuals, that it's self-funded, everything that you can imagine. So anyways, check that video out. And yeah, what a wild ride. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, if you would, and I'm telling you right now, super chat people, don't come into this comment section. I will hurt your feelings with facts. I said that before. I'm saying it again. The pin of shame is coming really soon. I can feel it. I feel them coming. Anyways, thanks for being here, you guys. Don't listen to this garbage. If you are having something going on with your health, please see your doctor. Please see a medical professional. Don't trust these people that are trying to grift their way to some version of financial freedom off of your pain points. You deserve real answers. You deserve real science. And Super Patch doesn't have that. Okay, if you're a member, I'm going to see you right after this and in the members only after party. It'll redirect once this does its thing on YouTube. So thanks for being here. I'll see you on the next video, the next deep dive, the next, oh, Friday's going to be a Sensi video, by the way, that's coming. So get ready, and I'll see you all in a few minutes, members. Bye, everybody.